Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Crimmy, and today I'll be doing an advanced Valorant guide to Jett. In this video, we'll have some general tips for specific maps and objectives, and finally, tips for playing against every character. Before we get into any of that, let's do a rundown of all of Jett's abilities and give a few tips on each of them. First of all, her passive. Jett's passive is similar to Mercy's passive if you've ever played Overwatch. Pretty much, if you hold jump while you're in the air, she can glide. There are two things to note here. First of all, it is pretty loud, and your enemies will probably hear it if you're anywhere close to them. And secondly, your bloom while gliding is huge. So like if you do this, see, that's fully uncontrollable. The one exception to this is shotguns. It doesn't affect shotguns too much. So so you know, if you're say this person here, this is a crate. That's one way to do it. And so yeah. Her first ability that I'll talk about is her signature, also known as her dash. It's a dash that resets whenever you get 2 kills, so you can see pretty far with it. Something to note with this is, if you dash, you're not going to be able to shoot for a little while. So if I dash, and I'm just holding the mouse, and that's how it took me to shoot. So you have to consider that. I recommend using this dash as more of a way to get a better angle on someone. So, for example, if you know someone's there, you're not just going to want to dash into here, because they will kill you. But another example is if someone's holding here, you dash over here, and because that, you know, you not being able to shoot for that short amount of time, it's not going to matter. Your next ability is your smokes. So they cost 100 each. You can have 3 at a time. And when you throw one of these, it will either go straight forward, over here, or if you want to throw it around a corner, you can do that and kind of throw it like that. So I recommend using these in one of 2 ways. The first way being to block off a doorway. So if somebody's over there, shoot them. Okay. And you can walk over here, or you can stay, and they're really not going to know what you did. So when they come over here, if you're peeking the wrong angle, they're not going to know where you are because you can be over here or over there. The second way that I recommend using these is comboed with your dash. So I'll play a clip right now of me using that.
Oh shit.
So as you could see, it was about right over here, and I threw the smoke over here, dashed into it, and came out and killed the guy that was right here. What this did is made it so that my cooldown for the shooting after the gun doesn't really matter, because I just kind of dashed into it, and he couldn't really shoot me because he didn't know exactly where I was, and then by the time I came out, I was able to shoot him. And the other thing is, when you walk out of the smoke, right, you could be anywhere here, so he can't really be pre-firing. Her next ability is her updraft. They cost 200 each, and you can have 2 of them at a time. This is my favorite ability on Jett because it just has so much potential, so many ways to do things. So you can updraft on boxes, like this, and they also combo with her passive to kind of have a lot of airtime, really. And you can use this, for example, to just get a lot of intel without really being too much of a risk. Jett's final ability is Blade Storm. You get 5 throwing knives, and you can set one of them with your left click instantly, it'll just have no bloom, or you can set all of your remaining knives with your right click, slice them. One thing to know about this is whenever you get a kill, it will instantly reset. So each of these knives do 50 to the body, or 1 tap to the head, and I prefer to use these knives when defending, or just defending a spike. For example, if you have the spike there, planted, then you can hold here, you have a full angle on heaven, or barrage, and if they come from here, then you have the angle on the spike. So if your crosshair placement's good, you can pretty much just 1-tap anyone to the head with this. So I prefer to use these in 1v2 or 1v3 situations, because I feel like anything else, the gun is just easier, plus it's not really worth using an ultimate. One last tip for Blade Storm is just, if you don't want to buy anything this round, or if you don't have enough currency, or you're just trying to save, you can use it and essentially not have to buy anything, because you'll still have a viable weapon. Alright, so that's all of her abilities. Now let's do some map tips, and I'm going to do 1 tip for every site. My tip for a site on split is, if you know no one's holding this angle, someone is holding ramp, then you can smoke off ramp, run through here, and then updraft on here. And if your crossfire placement is good, then it'll be easy to get 1 or 2 kills. One thing to know is that this is going to be really loud, and so they might, you know, run over here and try to kill you. But as long as you have good crosshair placement, you should be fine. My tip for B on split is right after the buy phase ends, you can actually updraft here, and you should be able to see if they're going B or not. A tip for mid on split is if you know someone's holding there, you can smoke off, and then you should be able to run over here and use dash as well. Or another thing I like to do is run up here, updraft here. If you know someone's there, you can always just smoke off, and then you can E and get all the way over here. And if you do end up smoking here, which you can get from over there, then you can do the tip I was talking about earlier, where you walk out of the smoke and instantly have an angle. My tip for A on bind is to utilize these boxes. So if you know someone's holding there, you just smoke, you free run over here, and then I have to updraft. It's super easy to kill this guy, and then if people aren't paying attention on sight, there's easy kills there. Just make sure to watch out for anyone holding there, because they'll be able to corner peek you. So I would recommend getting a kill on this guy and then just jumping back down and going with your team. But I mean, if possible, you could always get people on sight. Alright, my tip for bind on B is you can actually stand up here. All you have to do is use an updraft, and you should be able to get on. My other tip is if you are defending, and you just kind of stand here until the round starts. I like to E over here, and most people won't expect that unless they were already peeking when the round started. Alright, my tip for A on Haven is from Heaven, you can actually get onto those boxes. All you have to do is use your passive, and you can get on here. So this can be really good if you're holding short, or if you want to hold long, but you can only see this little area. Okay, my tip for B on Haven is right as the round starts, if you know they're not going mid or window, then you can actually updraft, get right into this window. Or alternatively, you can updraft and dash. It just depends on which one you want to save. And then here, just make sure no one's here, and then you can come around. Alright, my tip for C on split is just to utilize all of these boxes here. Jett can updraft onto any one of them, and so like from here she can get an angle onto garage, or if someone comes in along, she gets that. From here, once again garage, or long, or a little bit of from spawn. The main one for spawn would be like right here to get a kill right there. And lastly, there's also this one, although I don't really see any reason to be on here. Okay, so that's one tip for every site, and in this last part, I'll teach you a tip or two for playing against every character. Alright, so my tip for playing with Breach is that you have to dash out of his ult, and updrafting will actually not get out of it. As you can see, updraft, it's still gonna hit me, and he has a good amount of time to shoot me. So my tip for fighting against Brimstone is if he ults you, you might be able to catch him or one of his teammates off guard. So catch him off guard and then dash out. So my bloom was bad there, but in a perfect world, would have been able to kill him and then still dash out without losing any health. Alright, so my tip for playing against Cypher is if he throws his circle smoke sort of thing, what a lot of people know is that you can see through it at an upper angle, and Jett pretty much has the perfect kit to do that. So in this example, if I fly up from the boxes, I can see all the way in there, you can see he's behind it. Alright, so my tip for Omen is kind of like my tip for my own smokes, is that if he smokes, you can use it with the dash to get an aggressive angle and not really have to worry about the cooldown on your shooting. Alright, so these are my tips for Phoenix, but they also double for Viper. So if Phoenix throws a fire down, like this, you can actually pretty much just jump over it and take almost no damage. I only took 5 damage there. And then my other tip is if, say Phoenix is holding up that angle, and you're kind of trapped here without a dash, because if you go here, he's just going to kill you, and he shoots flames kind of in this corner, then you're going to have to just keep passing up, and you will literally take no damage. So that's another way to just do it. Then my other tip for Phoenix and Viper is if they were to wall, and you can see, you just updraft and get full vision over that, although that might happen. Alright guys, so my tip for Raze is when she shoots a nade, you're going to have to dash out of it, because if you were to updraft, as I'll show you, you're still going to die. Alright, so my 2 tips for Sage. The first one is if she throws her ice thing, you can kind of avoid the slow by just repeatedly passiving. It's a little bit faster than just walking. And then my second tip is if she walls off. A lot of the times these Sages will not expect just jumping over, and you catch them off guard, and sometimes even a teammate or two. Alright, so against the mirror match of another Jett, it's pretty much just going to come down to individual skill or aim. However, if she does use one of her abilities, then you're going to want to use that cooldown time and skill. Alright guys, so that's 1 tip for every character. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed and this helped you out, I would appreciate a like, and if you want to subscribe for more, that'd be cool too. Later.